Hi, this is Kaushik Ranchod from Love Your Practice, and today we're going to answer the question of what kind of information should you put on your website. I know when I started my practice over 15 years ago that this was a struggle for me. I didn't know what to do. I was looking at other attorneys' websites and I didn't know what to do. I thought, well, should I copy them? Luckily, I didn't copy them, and I focused on providing value to the client. And that's really what is most important. You want to provide value to someone who comes on your page because you only have 30 seconds to capture their attention. And if not, boom, they're gone to someone else's website. You got to keep them engaged. You got to keep them on your website because that's one thing that Google looks at. They look at the bounce rate. They look at how much time they spend on your website. And how do you keep them on your website? You provide them with relevant content. So if you look at a lot of attorneys' websites, it's called a brochure website. They're just bragging about themselves. Oh, I went to law school for 20 years. I have such and such award. That's great, but that shouldn't be the focus of your website because that's what every other attorney has. So the way that I've been able to distinguish myself in my law firm, Ranchod Law Group, and you can take a look at our website, Ranchod Law, is by providing a lot of good information, a lot of good content that prospective clients are interested in. So if you look at my homepage of my website, we immediately provide value to the client by providing value to them by giving them information that they need into determining how to proceed on their case, whether or not they have a good case, some frequently asked questions that they have. And then what we're doing is we're establishing trust with that client. So rather than bouncing off of the website within 30 seconds and going to someone else's website because they didn't receive any kind of value or information, they stick on your website. So our website becomes what's known as sticky, and they read about more issues, more information that they have. We link to other sections on the website. So then they build a lot of trust, and then when they come in, they are pre-sold on retaining our law firm, and hopefully if you follow this strategy, your law firm, because they see that we're knowledgeable on the subject, that we're providing a lot of value, that we care about the community, and all of that works synergistically to show that you are the authority in this area and therefore the person to be trusted. So before you even start off and create the content, we need to step back a little bit further and dive deeper. Who is your ideal client? Because you don't want to create content for someone who is not your ideal client. Because you do not want to attract someone that you may not like working with. So in determining who your ideal client is, you want to ask yourself questions like, who do you enjoy working with? What kind of existing clients do you enjoy working with? Who pays their bills on time? Who respects your staff? What is the most profitable type of client in your law firm? For instance, how many hours are spent to be able to fulfill the type of service that you're providing? So for instance, in immigration, like how much time is spent on being able to prepare a green card application, or in bankruptcy, how much time is spent on a Chapter 13 bankruptcy application to see if it's even profitable, because you might be getting that client, but at the end of the day, you might be not making any money because you're spending so much time fulfilling the service to that client. So for instance, when at one time I was practicing bankruptcy, I realized that it was not profitable for me to practice Chapter 13 bankruptcy when I was doing Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 bankruptcy because of all of the time that it took to fulfill that service and file motions and then keep on servicing the client over 5 years. I decided to no longer take Chapter 13 bankruptcies, and that was a difficult decision in that time. But it made sense, and although it was a short-term loss in profit, it was a long-term gain in my sanity and in my profit as well. So I'm getting a little bit off on a tangent on another subject on what you should focus on in your practice, but the whole idea is figure out who you want to attract, what kind of clients you want to have, so that you can create content on your website that attracts the person that you want. I hope this video provides a lot of value to you. I hope that you can implement this and start creating content that focuses on your client needs. Start off with some frequently asked questions. That's the best place to start. And email me your questions that you have so I can answer that in my next video. Until next week, we'll be here. Subscribe to our video and go to loveyourpractice.lawyer to download our free guide on how to get more client reviews. Thank you and have an awesome day.